You and I have a rendezvous with destiny. We'll preserve for our children this, the last best hope of man on earth, or we'll sentence them to take the last step into 1,000 years of darkness. Man's old age dream, the ultimate in individual freedom consistent with law and order, or down to the ant heap of totalitarianism.
Those who say that we're in a time when there are no heroes, they just don't know where to look. You can see heroes every day.
To express our gratitude for those on the front lines in our war against the global pandemic.
Can we solve the problems confronting us? Well, the answer is an unequivocal and emphatic yes. To paraphrase Winston Churchill, I did not take the oath I've just taken with the intention of presiding over the dissolution of the world's strongest economy.
And when that victory takes place, our economy is going to go through the roof. I actually think we'll have an economy like we've never had before.
Above all, we must realize that no arsenal or no weapon in the arsenals of the world is so formidable as the will and moral courage of free men and women. It is a weapon our adversaries in today's world do not have. It is a weapon that we as Americans do have. America must win this war.
Americans must remain united in purpose and focused on victory.
It does require, however, our best effort and our willingness to believe in ourselves and to believe in our capacity to perform great deeds, to believe that together, with God's help, we can and will resolve the problems which now confront us. And after all, why shouldn't we believe that? We are Americans.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Hello, this is Governor Gary Herbert. During this unprecedented time, as we battle the worst pandemic to attack America since the Spanish flu of 1918, I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome all state delegates to this virtual convention. While COVID-19 has limited our ability to take part in this convention in person, it is imperative that it not be allowed to impede our participation in the political process. As Dwight D. Eisenhower said in 1949 prior to becoming president, and I quote, "The future of this republic is in the hands of the American voter," unquote. Our system of government is not a spectator sport. It requires men and women of character, conviction, and courage to step up, pitch in, and work together for the common good. Fortunately, these qualities, in both good times and bad times, are part of Utah's and the Republican Party's cultural DNA. Whatever the challenge, regardless of the circumstance, Utahns have consistently invested the time and made the effort to select wise leaders who would ensure Utah not just survived, but that it also thrived. That is the Utah way. Today, as Utahns join with people all around the world in weathering the deadly COVID-19 pandemic, the Utah way is still very much in evidence. So today, as your governor, I thank you for choosing to show up and to do your civic duty as we continue to fight the spread of the coronavirus and to choose wise leaders who will ensure that the Utah of tomorrow is just as successful as the Utah we all know and love today. Yes, this year's convention will look a little different, but let me assure you that it is no less important. Utah's future is in your hands and will in large measure be determined by your votes. So thank you for all that you are doing. And may God bless you and your families, and may God continue to bless the great state of Utah.
I'm Derek Brown, Chairman of the Utah Republican Party, and I'd like to officially welcome you to the first ever online Utah Republican Party nominating convention. I'm pleased to announce that the voting is officially open. As a leadership team, we have spent countless hours and this last month preparing for this moment, and we are excited for it to begin. The many candidates running for office have also spent the last month reaching out to you in new and creative ways, helping you get to know them. Each candidate has also prepared a speech, much like the one that they would give at an in-person convention, and you can view that speech on the party's website, utgop.org. Take a moment to watch these speeches and be prepared to make a final decision. Each of you also received a voter information guide in the mail with information about each of the candidates, the voting process, and how this convention will work. That voter information guide is also on the party's website. I'm grateful that as our delegates, you've been willing to accommodate the many changes that we needed to make this year. And I'm also pleased at how creative our candidates have been at finding new and innovative ways to connect with you and to convey their message. As the chairman of the Utah Republican Party, I'm grateful for your service. I'm excited to begin this convention, and I look forward to seeing who you will select to be our party's nominees. Thank you.